She is the co-executive director of Christians United for Israel. And we're very excited to have her here. And Shari, welcome. Thank you for being on the program.
Dan, thank you for inviting me, and thank you for your support of CUFI and a strong U.S.-Israel relationship.
You're welcome. And my wife and I are very excited to be supporters and help in any way we can of the organization. And we love Israel. We support things over there and are there often. And we sure appreciate the opportunity with doing this with the work you guys are doing. Tell us about Christians United for Israel. Started in 2005, right?
Started February 2006. And it's really been a move of God. February 2006, Pastor Hagee had it on his heart to call together 400 leading pastors, heads of denominations, megachurches, TV ministries, and said, the time has come for all of us in unity to get behind and support Israel, a strong U.S.-Israel relationship, and be single issue focused. Now, Pastor tried this about 20 years prior to that, and when Pastor made this pronouncement to this group of 35 individuals, only one stayed. The community wasn't ready. The environment wasn't ripe. And so Pastor, did his Nights to Honor Israel every single year. Since 1982, he's done a Night to Honor Israel. And that was okay. It was all in God's timing. And God's timing was February 2006. And when Pastor stood up in the chapel in Cornerstone in San Antonio, Texas, where I was blessed to be a part of that day, nobody left. And not only did nobody leave, we have grown from 400 in the chapel in 2006 to nearing 6.5 million in 2019. And that has God's fingerprints all over it.
Yeah, when I saw that some time ago, I it immediately tells us that God's hand is firmly placed on the organization, and what a blessing it was. I mean, I don't like to place a lot of emphasis on numbers and things like that, but it gives a real strong indication of, first of all of these hearts of so many people being turned to Israel in such a short period of time, 2006 until now. And it's an amazing amount of people. Tell us how this organization, I guess kind of recently, has impacted the U.S., America, Israel's policies together.
So thank you. So 2018 and thus far into 2019 have been really banner years when it comes to U.S. policy in the broader Middle East and specifically Israel. An issue that's been close to the hearts of every Christian and Jewish Zionist since Jerusalem was reunified in 1967 has been moving our embassy to its rightful location, which is the capital of Israel, which is Jerusalem. In 1995, Congress passed a bipartisan piece of legislation that, in fact, the embassy would be moved. And what every president did before President Trump was to, kick it down the road and sign a 6-month waiver. And December 2017, President Trump said, this is the right thing to do. It is the right time to do it. And we are going to move our embassy to its rightful place in Jerusalem. And this is something that we, CUFI, have lobbied for both the previous administration, this administration, countless, tens of thousands of emails into the White House and Congress. And so when the embassy was moved on May 14th, 2018, and Pastor Hagee gave the benediction at the embassy opening, it was a moment in time. It was an answer to prayer, it was an answer to action. It is an indication that the U.S. is headed in the right direction when it comes to our foreign policy. So the embassy move was one of the most impactful moments of this administration when it comes to Middle East policy. Secondly, is tearing up the Iran deal. When the Iran deal came out in August 2015, we immediately mobilized our base. We held town hall meetings with senators and representatives across the country. We drove tens of thousands of emails into Capitol Hill, and ultimately the last administration was obviously bent on making a deal with Iran and pumping billions of dollars into the Iranian economy. So praise God that this president tore up the Iran deal as he promised to do. And so not only is Israel and the United States, but the world is safer by not giving billions of dollars to the Iranian economy. So just two examples of how quickly things have moved in the course of the last less than 2 years.
Wow, it's amazing. It is really amazing and so exciting to see what is happening and what God is doing.
It is exciting, and it's also the right time because, unfortunately, while there's been tremendous excitement and movement and positive indicators, we're also experiencing a wave of anti-Semitism, not only in Europe, but in the United States that we've never seen.
Yes,
and so when CUFI was created, Pastor Hagee clearly stated to support the state of Israel and the Jewish people. And at CUFI, we've always been focused on both, but the state of Israel has been more of our focus simply because with 150,000 to 200,000 rockets, aimed at Israel from Hezbollah in the north, and rockets even last night coming over from southern Israel, and Iran being an existential threat, Israel has been the focus. But post-Pittsburgh, the shooting at the synagogue in Pittsburgh last October, we have a renewed focus on combating anti-Semitism on our shores. And so we just launched a Shine the Light campaign to shine the light on anti-Semitism that is in plain sight. And we've actually had over 500,000 CUFI members sign this pledge. And so we feel that our work is more important now than ever on both of our focuses, combating anti-Semitism and protecting Israel.
And there's no denying, Shari, that God raised, you look at the growth and you understand now, as we see the times that we're living in, we understand now why God so rapidly raised up this organization to be as large, because with these numbers comes an enormous amount of strength. And we understand now how critically important it is that that there's an organization, Christians United for Israel. We understand now why it's so important more than ever that we have this strength, and we're seeing that every day.
Exactly, and I'll give you one indication of where the power comes with numbers. In 2016, a U.S. veteran by the name of Taylor Force was murdered in Yaffo, and he was a tourist. And once that occurred, Senator Graham said, I no longer want U.S. taxpayer dollars to be going to the Palestinian Authority when the Palestinian Authority is taking our U.S. taxpayer dollars and giving them to the murderers of Israelis and Americans. They're literally funding terrorists. So we got on very early and in a very strong way behind the Taylor Force Act. We sent 1 million emails to Capitol Hill, and thank God the Taylor Force Act passed, and no longer are our taxpayer dollars going to fund terrorists who are murdering Israelis and Americans. And so there is a clear correlation between numbers and power and making a difference in real terms.
So on July 8 and 9, thousands of people are going to be at the summit in Washington. We're talking to millions of people. We're on 650 stations in every state across this country and TV networks for 3 hours every day. And I am urging everybody that they have to go to the website, financialissues.org. You can click on it. You can put in the code FISM19. I said 2000. FISM19 for a discount rate to register. And I hope we see everybody there.